Hello my friends, family, esteemed colleagues. One question that keeps repeating again is, well, will this daily diarrhea not dehydrate me? I feel thirsty, I'm having liquid diarrhea all the time for several days now, and I feel dry. These are comments. We are basing our thoughts and our opinions on information that we gathered during our life. Remember, everything we have ever been told is laced with lies, or it's pure lie, contrary of the truth. It is all done for purpose. We know why. And if you don't know why, you will know soon, because it is going to come up on the media as well. So, we have to forget everything we have ever been told. Well, of course, you cannot forget it, but do not pay any attention. Don't draw your conclusions from your past knowledge. The body will dehydrate if there is not enough water, and it will not hold enough water if there are not enough minerals, because the electricity will not flow in a water that has no minerals. And this is why water with minerals we call plasma. And this is why we call our body liquid plasma. We don't call it water. We don't have water in the body. We have plasma. Electroconductive mixture of water and minerals. Now, if you do drink large amounts of water, tap water, for example, well, tap water is not demineralized water. It does have minerals. As soon as water, rain, goes through soil, it picks up minerals because it gets to this fulvic acids. They dissolve in the water. They get diluted, minerals stay there. This is where all the salinity comes in. This is why if you take a sip of distilled water or rainwater, you will see big difference between that water and tap water or water from the river or well, because this water has minerals but not enough, and not all the minerals. It's a local minerals from the area. And seawater has minerals from the whole planet. This is why another question is popping out always, well, from Dead Sea water has more minerals, it's denser, and this is healthier because that's how they promote it. Remember, promotion is related to finances, to money. Nobody is promoting to tell you the truth. They are promoting to score financially on whatever they are selling. So those who sell you the salt from the Dead Sea, they say, well, they have their story, their spiel. Dead Sea is denser. Why? Because has lesser flow of water coming into it, is not connected to other seas, so there is no circulation. So whatever salts you have there are local salts, basically. And since it's a higher dehydration than amount of fresh water that comes in, the water becomes denser. Well, when you take water with a regular sea or ocean and you start dehydrating it, it becomes dense. Same like a Dead Sea water, but difference is it has tons of minerals which you don't find in the water over the Dead Sea. And finally, Same thing what happens with the water from Dead Sea happens with regular ocean or sea water. It becomes so dense that finally loses all the water and crystallizes, same as the water from Dead Sea. So the notion that Dead Sea water has more minerals because it's denser, it's a bullshit. It's just, again, childish thinking. Don't fall for this crap. But now, when we are talking about the body, if you drink water that does not have enough minerals, then yes, your body is going to start eliminating the water, the surplus, that it cannot properly regulate through the water, because remember, the body is robot. It's programmed, has a switches, sensors, and it does reacts according to the program. So if the salinity, if mineral content is dropping, and if you increase the water content, well, you are diluting now this plasma and it's losing electroconductivity. So the body is programmed to maintain as best electroconductivity as possible. So as you lose minerals, you start losing water. Body just eliminates the water so it can bond it properly, calibrate it to the minerals. So when you are drinking a lot of tap water, bottled water, what is happening is that body is eliminating the surplus and it cannot hold all the minerals. So you are losing minerals with it. And you are demineralizing. As you are demineralizing, body holds less water and you start dehydrating. So drinking larger amounts of plain water is dangerous. And I never recommend to drink plain water more than 2 liters a day. You will demineralize. So difference is, now also if you have diarrhea and you drink plain water, well, with diarrhea you lose a lot of water. Why do you have diarrhea? Diarrhea is not disease, diarrhea is not problem. You have diarrhea because you are cleansing. And there is 2 different ways that diarrhea can occur. You eat something toxic. Well, it was not that toxic when it came to your stomach, so you didn't vomit. But as it went into intestines, because of chemical changes and whatever, it may become toxic or start growing bacteria. And your body decides, oh, this is toxic, has to be eliminated, and gives you diarrhea. Well, diarrhea usually comes with nausea because if it is so toxic for intestines, it was toxic also for your from your stomach. But then another thing is that you may not have been eating anything, and all of a sudden you have nausea and you come up with a diarrhea because your blood became toxic, and through toxic mucus is basically toxins are coming out of the blood through mucosal tissue, wrapped in the mucus. Now this mucus that's oozing and ends up in your stomach and ends up in your intestines is toxic mucus from toxins from the blood. How did the toxins get there? Variety of things. Remember, toxin is out of sync vibration energy. So it does not have to be chemical. Because what makes it chemical? A program that you have that converts particular frequencies into chemicals to manifest it this way. But you can have you can have a big scare. Something surprises and scares you so much. all of a sudden you start vomiting and you go with diarrhea because you produce so much of toxic emotional frequency and you start eliminating it. And now if you start eliminating things from your body which are toxic and give you diarrhea. Why diarrhea? Because when these acids with toxic stuff comes into your intestines, it inflames it. Inflamed intestine, especially colon, cannot reabsorb water, and this is what liquefies your stool and gives you the diarrhea. So whenever you have diarrhea, you are toxic, you are inflamed. Your colon is inflamed. So do not try to fight it. You are detoxifying. Allow these poisons out. And then drink water, not water, drink plasma. Now why plasma? If you start drinking water, well, you are eliminating a lot of toxic stuff with water, but you always lose minerals. So you're starting depleting yourself of minerals. You continue drinking water, well, it doesn't help you because you don't have minerals to bond it. So you are going to urinate a lot and have more diarrhea, eliminating the stuff, and you are dehydrating. This is dangerous. But if you hydrate with plasma, so you bring the minerals with the water, well, it's completely different ballgame now, because you bring in more minerals than you are losing. And then if your blood becomes saturated with minerals, if mineral content of particular minerals comes over the radar, your body starts eliminating that as well, which helps you speed up the cleansing process. So as long as you are drinking plasma, water with not refined and not iodized sea salt. Why not iodized? Because the iodine they are using, potassium iodine, is worthless. It's just additional baggage to your body. Cannot be even absorbed. So it has to be plain salt, which very often you cannot even buy, like here in Peru. Salt manufacturers from sea salt that are taking sea salt out cannot get a permit to sell raw salt. Only if the salt has to be bleached and iodized. For health purposes, yeah, bull. We are being screwed every way you look at it. So you have to get the correct salt and then use it as much as you want. You cannot overload yourself with the salt because body is programmed. Every surplus it eliminates. Every excess just goes out. Being it calcium, being it sodium chloride, being it magnesium, it is eliminating what is a surplus, what is over the radar. You are calibrated to certain levels of minerals, and if one mineral is in surplus more than the calibration supports, the elimination switch is triggered and body gets it out. To get it out needs water. So as long as you drink plasma, and you can drink, you see, plain water, anything over 3 liters is daily is really, really dangerous. Plasma, you can drink 15 liters a day if you want, and you'll feel better and better. But yeah, you will have diarrhea because you are taking now too much salt, too much minerals, and they go over the radar and body eliminates them. But as it is eliminating them, it means it is in cleansing mode it eliminates any other kind of a garbage which is with it. And this we call cleansing. So do not confuse diarrhea with disease. Do not try to stop it. Actually support it, but not with water. Has to be with plasma. Water with minerals. Water with sea salt. Not refined, not iodized, not bleached. Plain raw sea salt. How much of it? Minimum half teaspoon per liter. For detox purposes, 1 teaspoon per liter or more. You can even put 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons if you want. Now, how much to take? It all depends on what you want to achieve. But the regular protocol, if you follow the self-healers protocol, you start with half teaspoon, and then as soon as you get used to it, up it up to 1 teaspoon. And only in a case of severe water retention, because you are very toxic, so now you have a lot of toxic plasma that cannot be eliminated that fast. So you have to up salt and lower down water. So this way you draw out as much. You will have to eliminate more of the minerals, so you will be using more water to eliminate them, and this water will be coming now from your retained water in the tissue instead of using diuretic. Sometimes using diuretic is also beneficial because you just want much faster to get the stuff out, so you use poison. Diuretic is poison. Thank you for listening. I hope I clarified this thing. Thank you for listening and being here. Next time.